All right, Suker, we're up. We're up on the bird.
Hello.
We're up on the bird. Philly Kid will reshare us up. We'll let everybody join in for a sec while we
I'm sharing right now.
Share it up, babe. Share it up on your Facebook. And of course, boy, we got so many distribution sites now, Suk, that these shows go to.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah, no, it's wild. I mean, just take a look at all the spots we're on right now. A couple of TV stations, the Tubies. We got, I got, once we officially start the show, I got to tell you a story because we got a brand new TV in our bedroom, like a 75-inch. It literally cut like it.
Was that your holiday gift for yourself?
Yes, pretty much. And I went and it's got all the apps on it. And all I did, I said the Suki and Scott show,
and it came up.
All the apps come up, the Tubies, the Amazon Fires, the blah blah blah. But there are some, I guess, when you go on a Tubi and Apple Plus and those guys, you get added to all these random streaming sites.
Mm-hmm.
Flex and Plex and there's so many streamings, and we're on all of those. And I was going to each one. And, we were literally like our two giant faces up on the TV screen in my bedroom. And I'm like, I just sit and stare at it. I'm like, man, that looks really good. That needs to be on ABC TV. But yeah, anyway, great holiday. We'll talk about everything. And we got a great show coming up. Are you ready to start? I'll hit the start button and we'll get going.
I'm sharing it up and we're ready to start. People are
you shared up on your Facebook with all your folks?
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's we'll get the official roll in 3, 2, and 1.
The Suki and Scott Show.
This is one of the funnest shows I've ever done.
Lady, when you're with me, I'm smiling.
It's musical. It's magical.
Suki and Scott, the 7 of Hearts. Woo! Exactly.
What she said.
This is a sexy show.
Someone's getting some action.
Now, these larger-than-life personalities are on an exciting new journey as they bring you the Suki and Scott Show.
You guys nailed it. You're great. You ask great questions. You listen.
I answered you because I have respect for you guys, and there was a question respectfully put.
The Suki and Scott Show is your one-stop destination for humor.
You like De Niro and Cape Fear. Counselor.
Entertainment.
Jesse's girl.
Wonderful.
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
And optimism.
You guys have such amazing energy.
Ultraviolet light, it gets in there and it just fights the kung flu, is that right? Okay.
Let's laugh together.
I love him.
The Suki and Scott Show.
That's the best intro for a show I maybe have ever seen.
Really?
Your intro is fantastic.
Happy New Year.
J-ho. Suki, I've been singing that all day.
Can I tell you something? You know what the funniest thing is? Of course, we had my whole family over for the New Year's.
Yes.
New Year's Day, actually. And then what did we put on? And ironically enough, there's AR showing up on our show.
What'd you put on?
J.O.
Oh, you watched Slumdog Millionaire?
Well, no. My aunt.
You put on the music?
And she was like, I was like, what do you want? And she did this song called China China Ase.
I love that song. That's one of my favorites.
I'm so glad that you know that. And then from there, she wanted J-Ho. So we just kept on going to different songs. So,
Suk, I can't believe, and we're talking about all this because A.R. Rahman is coming on. I didn't mean to rhyme that. It just happened to. He's coming on, and listen, you're talking about an Academy Award-winning, Grammy Award-winning composer, singer, songwriter. So the guy's an absolute genius. He's composed so many Indian movies and Bollywood movies and Hollywood movies, and of course, Slumdog Millionaire is just an amazing
Academy
movie.
Award-winning.
That he won the Academy Awards, 2 of them for that movie, and I can't believe that's a long time ago already. Slumdog, and Frida Pinto, wow, she was gorgeous. I mean, she still is, but man, oh man, I remember just watching that movie, and I'm like, geez, I'd go to India.
I mean, that was like a barrier-breaking movie. I mean, as an
Yeah.
Indian American, I mean, that was a barrier-breaking movie. Not only that, I mean, just internationally, the kind of what it kind of set forth, but also we got to meet and understand a little bit more about the world within us. And the music was just like, I mean, people were taking Bollywood dance classes. I'm like, what's going on here in America? You know?
I mean, let me just pop her up here for a second.
Go ahead.
Slumdog, where is she? So here,
you're talking about...
No, just because I mean there was Frida, and I mean she was just fantastic. There's AR, and I mean the Jai Ho, that whole song was just so catchy. I mean, even the first time you heard it in the movie, you were singing and dancing in your seats. So he's coming up in just a few minutes. I mean, Suki's got tens of millions of followers around the world. And like you were telling me today, what's his nickname? Mozart of
Madras. He's from Chennai, India.
Yeah.
Scott, you don't know much about me. All that you know is that I'm your beautiful Indian princess. But
Suki, that's it. That's all I say when people ask me how's Suki. I say my beautiful Indian princess is basically.
My family comes from Chennai, so that is his birthplace as well. So.
And when people say why, how did you and Suki team up? Why do you guys get along so well? I said, well, it was basically, inclusionary purposes. I had to fill out the HR reports.
It's like a joke. An Indian and a Jew walked into a TV station together.
An Indian girl from Staten Island and a Jew from Rockland County, the mean streets of Rockland County. But anyway, AR's coming up in just a second. I'm so glad he's joining us today, Suk. And then later on, the man, the myth, the legend, all of 18 years old, Jake Thistle, who we've had on the show since he's 16, just a savant, Suk, when it comes to, playing the guitar, writing songs, singing Springsteen, and, all the other guys. He's got such
I bet you he's like sitting on pins and needles knowing that AR is in before him.
And Jake is getting bigger every day. I mean, he's doing festivals. He's got music videos, and I just love when Tom Petty comes on. He plays. He's fantastic. But listen, before we move along, speaking of music, Suk, the end of the year came and went. So here we are in 2023, and I think it was maybe Rolling Stones. One of the magazines put out the top 200 best singers of all time list.
Number one was?
It put every social media, Suk, went into a tizzy because of the people that were left off this list.
I bet you Michael Jackson's on the list, right?
Michael Jackson's on the list. If I had to tell you top 200, where would you say Michael Jackson comes in? Where would you put top 5? They put him at number 86, Suki. Number 86 for Michael Jackson. You're living on the wall of your life.
I think is Whitney Houston on that list?
Suki, Whitney Houston is number 2 on the list. Can you tell me who was number 1 on this list? Obviously, you didn't hear about it.
I haven't heard about it.
I'm giving you the quiz. Number 1 best singers of all time. Then I'm going to tell you who's not on the list. Best singer of all.
Beatles.
No. It's the best singer, not best
singer.
This is best singer, Suk.
Barbra Streisand.
Barbra Streisand. I don't think she's on the list. Aretha Franklin is number 1.
Okay, Aretha on the list. Okay,
Aretha's number 1. Elvis, number 17 on the list.
Okay, I can see that. I mean,
so Whitney was number 2. Sam Cooke was number 3. Billie Holiday at number 4, and Mariah at number 5. Now I'm going to tell you before we move on to A.R. Rahman. I'm going to tell you who was not on this list. You tell me if they belong on the top 200 list.
It seems like there's a lot of people not on the list.
There's a lot of people not on the list, and there's a lot of people on the list, Suki, that you would go, who the hell is that? So here you go. No Celine Dion.
Crazy.
Top 200. That threw social media into a tizzy, Suk. Justin Bieber, not on the list. Jennifer Hudson, not on the top 200 list. Janet Jackson,
that's
not
insane.
on the list. Tony Bennett, not on the list.
Insane.
Dionne Warwick, not on that list. And there's many more. I think Streisand's not on this year, and Karen Carpenter also.
And all I listened to on this break was Karen Carpenter.
Why do birds suddenly appear, Suki?
Every time.
Every time.
You are near.
You are near. Are you ready to get to the main man, Suk?
Let's do it. Let's educate and let's do it.
Music composer, record producer, singer,
Academy
songwriter,
Award winner.
Academy Award winner, Grammy winner. 2 times, both Academy Award, Grammys. A.R. Rahman, Suki, as you put it to me, he's basically a god in the music world and the film industry. And we are just so honored to have him here today. Like I said, he's got tens of millions of followers all over the world. Let me introduce you to him, and then we will bring A.R. Rahman in on the other side. Suki, here you go.
चंचल सुरमई शाम होगी उसका आंचल
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? Listen, I just AR, I just figured out the key to your entire success. I got it for you in one sentence. You put on those dark sunglasses, you turn into a badass, my friend. I see what's going on. It's like a Clark Kent Superman type of thing. Go ahead, you can tell me. Go ahead.
How are you doing?
His badassery is gonna say nothing about that. He's just the man, the myth, the legend, and we're so excited to have you here on so many levels. You know, I was telling Scott when we got this booking, I said this man has single-handedly revolutionized what it is to have, you know, Pan-Asian music around the world. How do you take on these monikers? And how are you able to absorb all of that and then still continue to elevate every day?
I started very early in my career being in music. I started as a session musician at the age of 12. So I was playing with people who were much older than me, like 50s and 60s and 70s. And in 10 years, I got bored with all the music which was happening. Even though I loved doing that because it was my bread and butter, because my father passed away and my mother said, "This is your future." And that boredom actually made me, what's there else? What else is there in music? And then started exploring what was out, you know, like John Williams and Vangelis and all the greats, Beethoven, Mozart, and Tchaikovsky and all that stuff. And also I was playing in a band. Studio people came out and, you know, the studio musicians started a band and we were playing on that. And that actually created that rebelliousness that I don't want to do what is done here. I just want to do something else, even if I fail. And let me do one last thing and then quit. So I had this opportunity from one of the greatest directors, because one of my ads won an award, and I met him, Mani Ratnam, and he came and he was like a big mentor for me. I did his movie and it won the awards, national award and everything. I said, okay, that's it, I'm done. And then, but Destiny was saying something else. Like people started loving it, and they said, all the big directors came in and said, oh, I want your music. And even though I was just pushing it all away, there was a part of me which didn't want to disrespect the opportunities which came to me. So I probably did 10% of what came to me in this first whole of 90s. That led me to Andrew Lloyd Webber and then Danny Boyle doing Slumdog Millionaire in Hollywood and all the stuff. And then I said, no, let's stop this denial. You are in it. So make the best of it and give the best whatever you can do, because humanity was going through this divisive new thing from, September 11th. And I said, okay, there's a different role you have to play now here. Not just music, but with all the influence and all the love, let's shine as much as we can, because that's people want something. I hope, and I've looked for many things hopeful, like musicians and philosophers.
Hey, are
And
you? No, go ahead, bud.
yeah, so that actually kind of found my journey of life. Like, oh, this is the purpose. The purpose of life came to me as a second purpose. The first purpose was like doing something passionate and leave the field and retire.
Quick hit and get out.
When you start early in life, you always feel like, oh, I'm done. Like 10 years of my life was like 40 years of my life working as a child, not having a childhood. So even though I don't miss the other stuff which people do, they do, right? I don't. So I was out of all the stuff because I had 3 sisters and my mother, who was constantly encouraging and who was like looking forward for me to come back home in time. So it was nice. Family always is the best, and they make you what you are.
Yeah, and you mentioned your dad, and you said he passed away at an early age. And when I was reading about you, he was also a composer. And you got into this thing when you were like, you're 4 years old. You're already learning how to play, right?
Kind of, because he had bought the first synthesizer, a Korg synthesizer, and in India or South India. So he had got the tickets to Japan as the first buyer. So my toys, when he passed away, when I was 9 and 10, was these synthesizers, and which was unaffordable for any person because he'd left it. And I would set it up, even though I didn't know anything. I was just changing the knobs, and so I grew up with all the stuff he had left.
Did you ever? Did you like you said, it was sort of your destiny. It was sort of your path. You walked into it. And you kind of didn't even know that you were giving up your childhood, and yet you found so much success because you were just plowing through it. Now that you're able to, also you're a father, you're able to reflect on it in a different way. How have those really trying moments shaped you into the composer you are, and what is that legacy that then you translate into for the next generation, like for your daughter, for instance?
So the fearlessness which comes in to do different things, even if you fail, that buffer of things which see, like every musician always, like sometimes they go for a gig, they drink away, and then need a new gig next day. Right? For me, I decided that that's not going to be my life. I will have a buffer where sometimes I can just take off, or I can do something, an experimentative project, and still survive. So nobody's going to come and tell you all this. It's all comes from self-thought. And hey, what if I do an album? What if I do a composition which is not for the movies? What if I do a symphonic piece for an orchestra? Like the Seattle Symphony, I worked something called Flying Lotus. And then I worked with, I found an orchestra called the Firdaus Orchestra, which along with the Dubai Expo, and all women orchestra, Arab women playing classical music. And it's so groundbreaking. And when I look at the musicality and how diverse they are, it inspires me to write music which forces me to think out of the box, think out of film circle, or and these things actually I embrace when as it comes. Even if I'm not looking forward, something can come and I don't have time for it. No, wait, I can make it work. open to things.
You know what, Scott? I'm curious. When you scored J-Ho, did you know you were like, oh, we're gonna get the Academy Award this year? Was that even in the mindset?
No, not even a percentage of awards. I did the movie because I like Danny Boyle's sensibilities of music, how he picked up music, a soundtrack.
Yeah.
And the only thing I wanted is, can I do all this score and that you don't use anything? So I tried. He said, if you have the time, you do the whole thing. I'm fine with it. And he didn't even say, no, how can you do this? And all. So the only thing he wanted MIA to write one song with me, which is the Osaya song. And so he was very open, very kind, very respectful. And that's what I think everything landed. And usually I write like 175 cues for a movie. And in this, it was just 18 cues. So nowhere even a faintest idea that it's going to rain awards. But the way Danny Boyle used it, used it as, here's the music of AR, push it up. So I think that's where I think the difference was, the way he used it.
Now, did Danny Boyle also did 127 hours?
Yes,
I did, right?
Yeah.
And you scored this one with James Franco when he gets caught out there in the desert. He's got to like cut off his arm to get out of or his hand. I mean, it was an insane movie. When you see something like that, AR, do you watch the movie first and then you start going to work, or did they just give you the idea and you could kind of work on it just from the idea of the movie, the synopsis?
Both for Slumdog, he had already shot everything. He gave me the DVD and he said, "Hey, watch this. If you like it, I would love you to score that." So in case of 127 hours, he gave the script. So I let my assistant Anne-Marie in England to read it out. So I read it out. Then it went into my thought process. And I think even before the cut, I saw some rushes and I started scoring. And I was touring that time in 2010.
Wow.
Most of the stuff was done when we finished the show. We'll be in the hotel, like weekends will be the show and the weekdays would be scoring. Yeah.
And your shows are like these immersive experiences. It's not like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like this incredible, like you're an immersive experience. Is that a fair way of saying it? Like everybody's involved. It's incredible.
Yes. When I started in 96, my first show was in 96, and I was like, it was like facing death, seeing so many people. But you're making music in a studio with just like two people or one person, and you're like cozy and nobody's judging you, and you're out in the public. And actually, when people come for a show, they buy the tickets, half the job is done, because if they don't like you, they don't want to come to the show. So all you have to do is sing in tune and be, perform it for the, that's it. Even if you cough someday, they clap. They love it. And these have to be, because after the show comes on YouTube or any recordings is when you know what you've done. And that,
yeah, right.
This past 10 years have been okay. That difference between what comes out and what we experience in life should be like shortened, and it should be like,
I love it.
It made me work harder, because before that, I'm not a singer. I kept denying myself that I'm not a singer. I just happen to be singing. And then I come on again, all your songs are making it and people are liking it. So sing better, practice better. So that's the purpose of, evolving.
But you're one of the top selling musicians of all time. I mean, that's a moniker that's on your headline, along with 2-time Oscar winning, BAFTA winning. I mean, like the list goes on. At some point, do you just sit there and go, all right, I've done a lot with myself. Like this is incredible. Like I've never dreamt of it. Do you ever feel this incredible urge to continually recreate and keep proving yourself? Or are you able to stand on those shoulders and say, okay, I'm pretty good?
I was thinking like it's very difficult to keep that passion on, that fire on. That fire on, recently I went to do something completely different. When I was in LA after Hollywood, all the Oscars and everything, I have a house there, I have a studio there. So I was going for every party with Spielberg and J.J. Abrams, and all we get invitation, Disney.
You're dropping names. You're dropping names, AR.
Exactly. I'm the only brown person. Look at everybody's white, I'm brown. And they're like, yes. So because the Academy is like, once you're a member, you get invited for all this stuff, and I'm a voting member. So when I go there, I felt like I'm meeting people and they're not judging like you are just a musician, you're not. So they treat you like an artist, and then you you mix with editor. Hey, how did you do that? A cameraman comes in. Hey, how did you do that stuff? And then I said, storytelling is a part of music, right? Music, you're telling a story, but through music. And I was thinking, I had these stories come into me, and I was not confident, so I took some lessons on, script writing and imaging and all the stuff. And then I think 2015, I was having a casual conversation with my wife, and she loves perfume. She's got like 300 on her, table. And to cheer her up, I said, "Hey, why don't we produce a movie and it could be about scent?" And she would say, "Yeah." And so I was trying to create a theater, and when VR had come in, and VR could do exactly what I was trying to do. Like, so girls' parents get killed, and she has to find the killers through the scent. And so I have this experience called Le Masque. It's in Hollywood and in Canada, Toronto, where it's installed on this chair called the Positron, where you experience a musical sensory experience, which is scent, audio, haptics, visual, all the stuff together.
AR, hold that thought, AR, because I got it right here for you. Watch.
Blood on your hands, set the poison on my fang. I'm a lady with the gunfire, bang, bang, bang. Guess I'm the dynamite, you don't wanna fight. I go boom, boom, boom when I kiss you bad night. Poison on my fang. I'm a lady with the gunfire. Guess I'm the dynamite, you don't wanna fight. I go boom, boom, boom when I kiss you bad night. When I kiss you bad night.
That's incredible.
Wow. So that's virtual reality.
I know.
The whole movie's VR. And it's just, and like AR said, it's like you're getting the scent, right, AR? You're getting the music, you're getting all the feels of being in the movie, right?
Yeah. So, working in the industry, after a while, you feel like they're giving me the same brief and the same goals, the same challenges. So what if I take a challenge on myself? And
brilliant.
So for that, like, if you don't have the option to create the door, so this door was virtual reality. So I started casting and writing the script with an amazing team from India, and we went to Rome. And I said,
Le Masque.
Let's do something completely. Of course, I was putting my money mostly, and I felt like even if it doesn't work out, it's fine. I'm getting into something. I feel excited. I'm scoring for this. I'm creating what I have to score. Sometimes it's terrifying, but it was exciting at the same time.
And you know what? Your wife's behind it.
Yeah.
Your wife, right? Because she loves perfume, so she's behind the project.
Yeah, I think she approved for it, and she was like,
"There you go."
Project with you. Said, like, after a while, how do you reignite the passion in the creativity? You have to widen and see what else can we do.
But I mean, I just kind of think like movies. I mean, that is kind of the next immersive experience for movies, right? We've done the 3D Dolby, the seats that have the sound, and I mean, now it's about putting the AR, putting those headsets on, and like I see my son. I think my son, the next generation, your daughter, they will be watching movies in that way.
Yeah, I think movies gonna be movies. This is something parallel. It's going to coexist.
Oh, it's parallel.
Yeah, the coexistence is important because you won't get what you get in the movies, like you're watching Avatar together and looking at each other. That you want, because once you put this, there's no Twitter, no Facebook. Everything is like
right. You're in there.
My responsibility towards the viewer is much more. The sound I'm going to put, the visual I'm going to put. I want them to go with, very spiritual experience, which is a storytelling, love, and probably a world which they want. Like a lot of people, some of the people who took out the thing and said, I take off these glasses and all I see is disappointment.
Right.
So that world is so immersive for them. So that's the best compliment I ever got.
It's like when you're at a 3D movie in Disney World and you put the glasses down and you're like, nah, got to put them back up.
Yeah. Yeah.
AR, is there a piano near you at all? Keyboards anywhere?
There is a piano.
Is there anything you might want to tickle the ivories a little bit? Do you remember the Slumdog Millionaire songs, like how to play them?
I'll try my best.
Yes, try.
Go ahead, let me see.
This is a tune. I think this is Latika's theme.
Beautiful.
Wow.
In your off time, AR, what do you listen to? What's things that are on your that you're fascinated by?
There's so much of music I have to mix and produce. Sometimes I just go silent. Like even in the aircraft, I just cut the audio. I just watch movies with subtitles, so hearing impaired.
Just get rid of the noise. Get rid of that.
Sometimes it's too much. It's like a cook who's already eaten. He has to taste so much that he has to. It becomes like that. Yeah.
Well, listen, I was looking at some of your videos online today. The current, and I go back. This was one that really caught me. I started dancing to. You guys, you're up on a rooftop with some friends. So take a listen to this for about a minute. It's really, you can totally hear this on the radio. I don't know if it is, but you could totally hear it out there on like top 40 radio. Watch.
थोड़ी सी धूल मेरी धरती की मेरे वतन की थोड़ी सी धूल मेरी धरती की मेरे वतन की थोड़ी सी खुशबू बवराई सी मस्त पवन की थोड़ी सी ढूंढने वाली धक 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 सांसें जिनमें हो चुनौतियों को पूजे लाल लहू की.
It's amazing.
Love it. I mean, I don't know what you're saying, but the song is amazing.
But you don't have to. That's the
you
one
don't even
thing.
have to. Yeah, you can.
No,
just
you don't have to.
It doesn't even matter. I love
because
it.
most, you know what, Scott? I mean, growing up, being English speaking, growing up American, there's this thing that we feel that everybody has to learn. Everybody in the world listens to English music, but some of the world doesn't even know what the hell it means.
Right. They don't know.
It's just the beauty of music. It's that thing that's able to, redefine us as human beings, a connectivity. But what I love being being American and Indian, I just love that what you were able to do to validate so much part of the country, the world, that was never validated before in mainstream the Western world. I mean, that's what you stand for, somebody like me. And I can't thank you enough for it, really. And the fact that my father just, you are everything, being Tamil. I mean, you are a symbol of so much more for so many people.
Thank you. Yeah, I think when I first came in, my quest was, I'm listening to, Queen. I'm listening to all the Western composers. Are they listening to us? And the question was, why?
Why not?
First of all, why not? And then, their recording is better. So let me upgrade my recording machine. Their production is better. then get ideas of how can you produce Indian songs in that way, and the marketing is better, and the performance is on stage. It's not just a light music. It's not, singing the stuff, but presenting in a way where we talked about the shows, like they should be excited of that. Oh, I'm seeing a live version of the song which I've never heard, and he's rearranged it for all the performers so that we can vibe it better. We don't want to recreate what's there on already on the record, but we improvise, we have fun, we stop, we do breaks, we have dances sometimes, and it's that excitement. I felt like if I'm not excited, they're not going to get excited.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my band is not excited to play. If they're just coming as a job, I don't want to see that concept. I want everybody to believe what they're singing, what they're playing, and exactly.
I love AR. You might think I'm out of my mind, you too, Suk, but your fight, and tell me if this is correct. Your first Hollywood movie that you scored was Couples Retreat. Is that true?
No.
It wasn't Couples Retreat. My info's wrong.
No. So the first movie I ever scored, I think it was Warriors of Heaven and Earth. It was a Chinese movie produced by Sony International, and it's a Chinese movie.
No, I mean your first Hollywood movie, like for
Hollywood, I think. Oh, Hollywood, mainstream Hollywood.
Yeah, but mainstream.
Apart from Slumdog, I really wanted to know how they really worked in Hollywood. So I said, I signed Couples Retreat because Vince Vaughn had so much of love, and he came to me and so. But people like, you doing Couples Retreat after 2 Oscars?
Yeah.
Why not?
Let me tell you, Couples Retreat, every time that movie's on, when I'm flipping through, I leave it there, and I just, the cast is amazing. It's just it's such a funny movie. Jason Bateman and Vince Vaughn, right? All those guys. And it's just, I love that movie. So, I give you Academy Award just for that one.
Some of the viewers are saying advanced happy birthday. Is your birthday rolling around, AR?
Yeah, on the 6th.
On the 6th.
Oh, that's coming up. Yeah. What's today? The 4th, Sue? Is today the 4th?
Yeah, I think so. I've lost complete track of time. It's only 2023. I don't know.
AR, listen, man.
How are you going to celebrate, AR?
Yeah. What do you any bit? AR, you live in the U.S. right now, right? Are you in the U.S. now?
No, I'm in Chennai now. I'm in India.
Oh, okay. You're in. Look how it looks
My
like you're around the
parents are in
corner.
Chennai right now, AR.
Yeah, I know. I work in the night, so it's fine. And I have 3 bases. One is in Chennai, India, and then Dubai now with the Fedoz Orchestra, and then the US. So I also work
what time is it there right now?
It's 12:09.
Oh, all right. Wow. The picture looks great. I thought you're right around the corner from me. Well, listen. First of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. So before you go, Les Musk that's right now. There's screenings still in Hollywood, right? That you could see.
Yeah.
In LA and Toronto, and will that be coming out like into mainstream movies anytime? So I guess you need the VR.
It's an inspiration, unfortunately. Otherwise, we wanted to go to Japan and New York and London and all those places. But we now try to manufacture the chairs with the chair company, and in a more economical way, like my version of it, so that I can spread it out more.
Beautiful. AR, thank you so much, my man. Absolute pleasure. You are listen.
Thank you.
When it comes to success and working your way up from nothing, you've done it all, my friend.
Scott, you have to say Romba Nandri.
Woohoo!
Romba Nandri. Say that out loud.
Romba Nandri.
Nandri. Very good.
Nice.
Thank you so much, AR. We appreciate it.
AR, happy birthday, my friend. Continued success, my man.
Jake, right?
Jake Thistle. AR, you want to see a kid who can play? He's coming up.
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, AR.
Take care, my man.
Namaste.
Oh my goodness! Wow, Suk, what a great guy,
dude.
I didn't realize he was.
No idea who he is, and that's what I love about you. This is like big time. This is like I honestly think you have met when they say Mozart, it's like okay, but he is like larger than like he's like Brad Pitt. He's like George Clooney. He's like. I can't even tell you. He's biggest of the biggest.
Well, I'm telling you, when he throws on the glasses, he's like a movie star.
Well, I mean, when he says that he's hanging out with whose names did he throw out?
Oh yeah, I think Spielberg.
Oh yeah, I was hanging out with Spielberg.
One more, Suk. We got Jake Thistle coming up in a sec. I just wanted to. I don't want to leave this hanging. So here's one more quick video from AR. Take a look at this. It's good stuff, right?
I mean, listen, he's and you know what? I feel like AR has opened up the Suki and Scott show to a whole different audience in India right now.
Suk, can I tell you something? WWE, I am very big in India. You don't even know that, do you? I am on.
I thought it was just Canada.
Suki, no, I'm on 47 different countries week in and week out for the last 13 years.
Wow.
WWE fans in India. I get messages from India all the time, Suki.
I love it.
I can't even walk out of my villa in India, Suki. I get bombarded there. But yeah, no, we're I think I'm on there all the time. But yes,
I love it.
He's we just had some greatness on the show, basically.
Listen, and the fact that he was humble enough to mention Jake, you know,
really?
that's pretty freaking cool.
And again, I didn't know he was on from across the world. I thought he was in the U.S. So that's
he was in Chennai. My parents are there. I wanted to say, can you have lunch with my parents?
You gotta grab him in the room. I love it. I love it. Well, Suk, listen, we continue on. Great show. You and I met Jake Thistle, I think when he was about 16 years old, maybe even 15, right in the New Jersey area, going to high school.
Freshman in college now, right?
The guy's rocking at Rutgers in college, and he's basically the women are all over him. He's playing in the commissary. He's got gigs all over the place, Suk. He's getting bigger and larger than life by the day. It's getting harder for me to even get him on this program. I said, Jake, you got to come on today. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So anyway, here's our boy Jake Thistle. I think he's 18 now, Suk. We got to check. Here's a little bit of Jake, and then we got him on the other side. Take a look.
I'm staring down the barrel of this town, and I try, but I can't see the end of the road that leads out. And I remember how you cried when you saw me right away. You know I would've hung around if you just told me to stay. Oh, but I'm just a ghost in a row. We're begging you to change the traffic light.
There he is, ladies.
What's up, Jakey boy?
I appreciate you guys having me. What a great show to be on. This is excellent.
Suk, when we first introduced Jake, I didn't have music videos to play. Now he's got videos.
Look at Jake. Look at
he's got security.
I need more content for Scott to show.
Yeah, man.
He's expanding his empire, Scotty.
Suk, I had to email 9 people to get Jake on today. So agents, managers, the president at Rutgers. I had to talk to everybody just to get him back on.
I love being here, so I'm really grateful you had me. It's hard to stream at Rutgers. I don't have all this stuff around me, so
I get it. Trust me. Scott has me in my mother's room right now, locked away. He's trying to zhuzh it up right now, and I'm like,
he's in the guest room. Look at Suk. You got some Emmys in the background.
I see put a couple. I found 2. I dug up 2 of the 6.
Is that our picture? Look at us. We got the picture back there. I like it.
I'm trying to zhuzh it up, Scotty. Don't worry. I'll get a picture here.
Jakey boy, what's going on, man? How you been? Everything's I know every time I see you on social media, you're getting ready to go play somewhere, bud.
Yeah, I mean, I've been great. I've been keeping really busy. It's been a great time. We released that video you showed. That's a single that came out on December 16th. So it's been a lot of promoting that, and that's been a ton of fun. We got a couple more singles coming out a little further into this year. So
fantastic.
I love it, man. How you do? Are you keeping up with the grades in college? A little harder than high school, or not really?
Not really. I mean, it's different for sure, but I've really been enjoying it. I tried to be smart scheduling classes and how my schedule looks so I can still play a lot of gigs. And so I've been, really busy on both ends, but I've been enjoying it. It keeps me out of trouble, so.
And your parents are happy about that, Jake. Let's just say that. Keep you on the straight and narrow. Lord knows you don't want to be like Scott Stanford in college. You just don't.
I had a fantastic college. Suki, if I could return back to one spot, it would certainly be college.
It would. Would it be college? Me too.
That's
definitely.
where I would go. That's where I would go. But
it was good times.
So Jake, listen, man, are you getting while you're in school? Do you get to play as much? Like you got the guitar in your dorm room? You living off campus? How's it working?
Yeah, I'm living on campus at Rutgers, and I have a guitar there. So that's at college a lot. In the dorm, I'm writing a lot of songs.
Are you studying music as well, Jake? I know you were doing business, but are you studying music too?
I'm not. I'm actually. I haven't declared a major yet, but it's looking like it's going to be communications or journalism. Something.
Why, Jake? We are not allowing you to go down that goddamn path.
Yeah, Jake.
We forbade it.
I like writing, so I wanted to do something in that vein, Certainly wasn't going to be math or anything like that.
Yeah. Oh my God. Just tell me one thing. When you're writing and playing in that dorm room, is there a line of college girls down the hall just waiting to get in and hear what's going on in there, or no?
Just my roommate wearing headphones to avoid hearing it,
Jake, can I come hang with you just for like one night there at Rutgers?
Don't allow it, Jake. I won't allow that. I won't allow Scott to go to Rutgers
You can come to the dorm. I'll come to the villa in India, and
There you go.
Sounds good.
Oh, man, it's great, man. You want to? Do you want to play? What the name of the song I played on the way? And that's the what's that
It's
called?
called Ghosted Road.
Ghosted Road. And you wrote that yourself?
I did, yeah.
Wow. And what was like, what was the inspiration for that? How'd you come up with the lyrics for it?
It was actually kind of funny how that started. I was writing it. I was staying, we had a vacation, over the summer, I was there for a week, and on the street where the house was, I would sit on the porch and I would write. It was by the beach, and there was a traffic light that was blinking, and I'd be there really late, and there wouldn't be any cars going by. And I just thought that was kind of a cool image. So the song kind of came from that. And then, I had written the song. It was actually originally it was called "Lonely Soul." It was "I'm Just a Lonely Soul," and then I had the traffic light thing, and I thought it should have something to do with road, so I ended up switching it last minute. But it kind of just came out of that image, and I thought that was kind of a cool story to portray.
Really cool story.
Man, that's great. And you laid down the music for it and everything, huh?
Yeah, I wrote it, and this song was really cool because we've recorded a couple in the studio, but by the time I'd got in the studio to record, we've recorded 4 so far. This song I'd been sitting with the most. And so I was so familiar with the versions I'd been playing, acoustic and everything like that, that it was such an honor to, go in there with some other musicians and float some ideas on how we can really take this into a band arrangement.
What was that like working with other studio musicians and like having them see your vision and then, like you said, reinterpreting it?
It was great. I love Ghosted Road as a song, and it was really fun to work with those people because, like I said, I wrote the lyrics, and then I wrote the melody, and then I had played it solo for, about a year and a half. And so even though I was happy with the song, I felt like my ideas were into how to arrange it with the band were almost growing stale because I'd been with the song for so long, and it was just my voice in there. And so I was really, really excited. And we had such top class musicians in there with me, and I'm really grateful to be around. And they were able to, kind of, add their voices to it. We had a drummer, another guitar player, and a bassist, and they were all, just so invested in the project. And I'm really grateful for that.
I love it. Is that you want to do a little of that now?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Thank you. Go ahead, my man. Light it up. Little Ghosted Road, everybody.
I appreciate it. I'm staring down the barrel of this town, and I try, but I can't see the end of the road that leads out. And I remember how you cried when you saw me right away. You know I would have hung around if you just told me to stay. And oh, well, I'm just a ghost in a row. We're begging you to change the traffic light. So I can just move on, and then move on back to you if it's alright. 'Cause your tears meant nothing next to what your silence said. What if I never wanted to leave? I just wanted to see what you'd think if I did. Yeah, well, I past time counting headlights down these roads. And after all this time, excluding mine, I'm still at zero. I wanna crawl back to you, but I'm afraid you won't like what's left. You've seen all my good times, but you could have the rest. Well, I'm just a ghosted road. We're begging you to change the traffic light. So I can just move on, and then move on back to you if it's alright. 'Cause your tears meant nothing next to what your silence said. What if I never wanted to leave? I just wanted to see what you'd think if I did. And I feel my heartbeat sinking with the blinking of the traffic light I'm standing under. I'm surrounded by the glow of the alternating of the red and yellow color. And there's still so much ground between here and there that I'm gonna have to cut. Well, I'm just a ghosted road. We're begging you to change the traffic light. So I can just move on, and then move on back to you if it's alright. 'Cause your tears meant nothing next to what your silence said. What if I never wanted to leave? I just wanted to see what you'd think if I did.
Damn. Suk, you're still on mute, babe. Jakey,
Clapping,
that was
clapping.
fantastic.
Thank you
bro.
so much. I appreciate you letting me play it.
Fantastic, man. You just that's a radio song right there, dude.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You got it. You got
Thank
it,
you
man.
very much.
You got it. Now, do you have like an agent yet, or a manager, or you still just you doing everything social media, working everything through your dad and your mom?
A little bit of both. You know, I've been working. This song came out on Golden Retriever Entertainment, which is was started by Joe Riccatelli, and he recently retired as he was the president of RCA Records, and so he contacted me, and we've been working through that. And so through that, they've kind of been managing me. They put out the song, and so as of now, they're kind of all of the above people for me, which is great because I have no idea what I'm doing. So I love being able to look to people and seeing. I put out that first album, Down the Line, which I think was around when I met you guys.
Yeah.
That was such a blast to put out, but I kind of just, would learn as I went. So these are people that know what they're doing, and you know, I'm just fascinated to see the process, and I'm really grateful to be along for the ride.
I love it. And listen, if things don't work out, dude, you could always sell those guitars behind you and just, you know, live off of that money.
I could, but you know, I'd always prefer.
They're gonna work
to,
out. Are you
know.
kidding me? They're gonna work
Oh,
out.
forget Jakey boy. Listen, you could drop out of school right now. You'll still be famous. Don't worry about it.
I won't let you.
And you can't visit though, Scott.
Listen, when you're sitting on Jimmy Fallon's couch, you can't say, "Yeah, I graduated from Rutgers." You got to say, "Listen, I dropped out in the first semester. You know, I got into trouble. I just wanted to sing and write songs, dude." You can't make it too much of a success story. You know what I mean?
I really don't think his parents want to hear that right now.
No. Listen, Jake, just come up with a hard time story, you know, and you had no, like Springsteen, he had no money left, and bingo, he hit the big deal, and next thing you know, he's Bruce Springsteen.
Yes.
You
Exactly.
want to do a little Springsteen tune? I know you love singing Bruce.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll switch over to piano.
Oh, I love when he says, "I'll switch over to piano, Sue." I want to switch over to piano from my guitar. Which one are you gonna do?
So it's easy.
Which one are you gonna do, Jakey boy?
I'll do you know what I'll do for you today? I'll do no pun intended. I will do For You.
Nice.
On Saturday, actually, I'm playing at the Springsteen Archive at Monmouth University. They're doing a 50th. It's the 50th anniversary of Greetings from Asbury Park, which
Jesus, wow, that's great,
amazing. And so, you know, some of the guys from the E Street Band are going to be there, and it's just going to be such a great time. And so they have me doing Blinded by the Light there, but that's going to be broadcast and everything too. So
you want to do a little Blinded by the Light? I love that tune.
I could do a verse for you if you want.
Go ahead, bro. And then go into the other one.
And then go right into the other one? Sure.
Yeah, go right into the other one. Little montage. Right. Go ahead, bro.
And he was blinded by the light, ran up like a deuce, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light, he got down but he never got tight, but he'll make it alright. Princess card she sent with her regard. Ballroom eyes shine vacancy. See, you gotta look hard. Wounded deep in battle, I stand stuffed like some soldier undaunted. With a Cheshire smile, I stand on fire. She's all I ever wanted. Oh, but you let your blue walls get in the way of these facts. Honey, get your carpetbaggers off my back. You wouldn't give me time to even cut back. She said, here's your mirror and your ball and jacks, but they're not what I came for. I'm sure you see that too. I came for you, I came for you, but you did not meet my urgency. I came for you, I came for you, but your life was one long emergency. And a cloud line urges me, and my electric surge is free. We're crawling to my ambulance, 'cause your pulse is getting weak. Yeah, reveal yourself on out to me, girl, while you've got the strength to speak. 'Cause they're waiting for you at Belgium with their oxygen masks. And I would give it all to you now if only you would have asked. Yeah, but don't call for your surgeon, even he says it's too late. It's not your lungs this time, see, it's your heart that holds your fate. Don't give me my money, honey, I don't want it back. You and your pony face and your Union Jack. We'll take your local joker and you better teach him how to act. And I swear I was never that way, even when I really cracked. Didn't you think I knew that you were born with the power of a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound? And your Chelsea suicide with no apparent motive, you could laugh and cry in a single sound. Oh, and your strength is devastating in the face of all these eyes. Remember how I left you waiting when it was my turn to be the guy. salt on your tongue and understanding. And the band, they played the homecoming theme as I caressed your cheek. The ragged, jagged melody, it still clings to me like a leaf. Oh, but that melody on your chest, it always got in the way. Like a little girl with a trophy so soft to buy her wear. We were both hitchhikers, but she had you used tuned to the roar. Some metal-tempered engine on an alien distant shore. So you left to find a better reason than the one we're living for. And it's not that nursery mouth I came back for. And it's not the way you're stretched out all on the floor. Cause I've broken all your windows and ran through all your doors. And who am I to ask you to lick my soul? And you should know that's true. I came for you, I came for you. But you did not need my urgency. I came for you, I came for you. But your life was one long emergency. And your cloud nine urges me. My electric surge is free.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Amount of words that he would cram into a song.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It was beautiful.
Oh man,
Take a real
good
deep
job,
breath
bud.
at the beginning, and then you just have to go.
Just let it out. I love it, Jake. Good for you, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. Before we go, give me 30 seconds of a little Tom Petty, bro.
Oh, jeez.
Sure.
Come on, 30 seconds. Tom Petty.
Anything in particular?
Souk, Tom Petty. What do you like? I'm
Yeah.
running down the dream.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's good.
Sure, sounds good.
It was a beautiful day. The sun beat down. I had my radio on. I was flying. The trees went by. Me and Del were singing Little Runaway. I was flying. Yeah, running down a dream. Never would come to me. Working on a misery. Going wherever it leads. I'm running down a dream.
Beautiful.
Nice.
It's a great one.
Jakey
One of my
boy,
favorites.
you're the best, my man. Jake, where could
In
people?
school, don't listen to him. You can do it all. You know,
Yeah,
a little
just
bit
listen.
of everything.
Get your diploma, and then you could blow it out. Where can people download that Ghosted Road? Do they pay for
It's
it?
on
What
iTunes,
happens?
isn't it?
Yeah,
On
they can
iTunes?
download it or they can stream it if they want. It's up on your preferred streaming platform. It's on Spotify and Apple and everywhere else. And so, the streams really help, and I really appreciate it. It's on iTunes to download as well if you're interested.
I love it. I love it. Jakey boy, you're the best, my man. You're the best.
Thank you guys so much again for
Appreciate
having me.
you, Jake.
I'm
Thank
so
you
grateful.
so much for coming in.
Listen,
Of course,
I don't
thank you.
care. I don't care how big you get.
You're
You'll
so
always
good to see him.
be Jakey boy to us.
That's right.
And you come on anytime you want, my man. We love you, pal.
Means the world. Thank you so much. Really
Bye,
All right,
appreciate it.
Jake. Have fun on
Thanks, Tom.
Saturday, bud. Take care, my man.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
All right,
Enjoy.
pal. Suki, he is so friggin' talented. It's unbelievable.
He's a good kid too. He's a good kid.
Unbelievable. Let me just get us back. We'll wrap it up. Sue, great show today. A.R. Rahman was on with us. If you missed it, we'll replay that later on. He is the king of composing, Suki. Absolutely. Jakey boy, tomorrow. How about Suki? Have you watched any Stranger Things yet? You got to watch the whole thing in a day. We got Cara Buono coming on tomorrow. She's one of the stars of Stranger Things. She was on Mad Men. She was on The Sopranos.
I've seen her in Mad Men, Sopranos, all of the above.
I mean, talk about a Hollywood superstar. And also Murray Sawchuk. I saw this guy on Masters of Illusion.
I was going to say Murray. Where
Murray.
Did you go to camp with Murray?
Murray. He's actually a big Las Vegas illusionist. Masters of Illusion on the CW. So Murray's coming on with us tomorrow. We'll be on at 12:30 tomorrow, Eastern time. Little change a little earlier. And Sue, great show. I'll leave everybody with this, with a little more AR as we hit the road. Sook, I'll see you later, babe.
See you tomorrow, babes.
Bye.
थोड़ी सी धूल मेरी धरती की मेरे वतन की थोड़ी सी धूल मेरी धरती की मेरे वतन की थोड़ी सी खुशबू बवराई सी मस्त पवन की थोड़ी सी ढूंढने वाली धक 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 सांसें जिनमें हो चुनू को पूजे लाल लहू की.
You're not drinking enough water, so you're dehydrated. And you're not eating enough fruits and vegetables, so you're not as healthy as you can be. Here's the solution. Vitapod drinks are packed with vitamins, minerals, and key nutrients, giving you what you need. Fill the bottle with water, put in the pod, twist, then shake and enjoy. Vitapods taste fresh and delicious. Plus, you'll have more energy and feel better when you're hydrated and healthier. Vitapods cost a fraction of bottled drinks. You'll save hundreds this year. Vitapods are 1/16 the plastic of single-use bottles and easy to recycle. Forget sugar-packed sodas. Vitapods are sugar-free, all natural and low-calorie, perfect for weight loss. And they taste incredible with flavors like blueberry pomegranate and raspberry hibiscus, with formulations for hydration, beauty, energy, sports, and more. Get 40% off with coupon code HealthX at VitapodWorld.com. That's VitapodWorld.com.
Suki and Scott Show, we are feeling good today.
Multi-Emmy Award-winning co-hosts Sukanya Krishnan and Scott Stanford captivate viewers with their infectious personalities.
Everybody go hotel, motel. What you gonna do today?
Hey, what?
And unmatched chemistry.
An Irish accent.
Suki, this is a Belgian accent. Don't you know your Belgian accent?
I do not. My clock is ticking. It's not like ticking like tick. It's ticking like this.
It's like, woo, it's getting cold in here.
Suki and Scott are hanging out with celebrities.
That's the best intro for a show I maybe have ever seen.
This is one of the funnest shows I've ever done.
You guys are talented amongst your own selves.
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
We'll be right back.
Elite comedians.
Suki and Scott and Wayne. Got a big heart, Scott.
And entertainers from all four corners of the world. Suki and Scott share moments that make you think.
I just ate 2 grapefruits and nothing sexual about what happened here, I gotta tell you.
Uplifting stories that inspire.
No matter how hard life gets or what you go through, you can always make it through.
And they'll make you smile.
Humpback.
Now more than ever, the world needs laughter.
You just slip out the back, Jack.
I don't know. It would be so fun to see your face at my door.
Suki and Scott are ready. Let's laugh together. The Suki and Scott Show.
Where happiness lives.
Do I give a thumbs up?
Go.